Hey there folks, I wanted to give you an extremely brief introduction on what you are about to see. Believe me, I hate those kind of rambling, lengthy pre-video rolls as much as anybody else, so I swear it'll be quick. This is Bruce. Bruce is my 2018 TRD off-road 4Runner, completely built from the ground up by me. And I have completely converted the interior and to some extent the exterior into a dedicated micro home for Leia and myself to hit the road. The house is almost ready for sale and we're going to be going full-time nomad, as they say. So like I said, in case you are joining us literally for the first time, I want to go from the top to bottom, explain a few things that you're about to see in the video, so hopefully it'll make a little more sense to you. Before I begin, folks, this is a complete Amazon build, except for the vehicle and the wood and some of the hardware. I got everything off Amazon, which is, yeah, I guess the world we live in. I'll put links to everything down there in the description. This big white thing up top, that is an 8-gallon farm sprayer with a 12-volt pump that I have converted into an onboard water supply for my darkroom and also a little shower. And speaking of the darkroom, that's what that red thing is up there. That is a converted Eskimo Quick Fish 3 pop-up ice fishing hut. There's a whole video over me converting that, plus me actually developing the negatives from that big 8x10 chute up there. Yeah, so check that out if you want to see more about the hive. And of course, flanking either side of the hive up there are these two Rome Adventure Company boxes. Not gonna lie, folks, these were not cheap. You can get them off of Amazon. I got them directly from Rome themselves. I love them. They've been on there close to 6 months now. No problems whatsoever. That carries a ton of stuff, and so far they've been absolutely bulletproof. Now moving to the absolute bread and butter of the build here is the interior drawer and sleeping / cabinet system. Folks, I'm gonna tell you at the front end, I have never built a cabinet or drawer, anything like that in my life. So I guarantee you, if I can do this, you can do this. The main system consists of 4 drawers. 2 here on the bottom. This is kind of a general catch-all drawer. This one is my dedicated darkroom drawer. I've got my contact frame still in there. This holds a ton of stuff you'll see later on in the video. Now on either side I have these 2 little cabinets. On the driver's side here I completely removed this side plastic paneling and changed some things around in there. I just carry virtually anything. That will fold over. Can't really do it now. This will fold over on top of itself and I have access to all this stuff back here. I'm probably not going to cover up either one of these sides because it's just so much easier to get into that space back there. Same type of setup on the passenger side. I've left all the plastic inside there because it was just a lot of pre-made storage space that I didn't want to change. This is the heavier of the shelving system. Again, it will fold all the way over. It's held in place by this little piece of wire I can just snip. And that leads me to the biggest point about this whole system before moving any further. I designed this to be completely removable as one big unit. That's right. You can fold over the shelving and then just pick this up. Might take 2 people, but it can be done with 1. And this thing will just slide out. I'll show you the anchor points you'll have to remove, but you can do it all by hand. You don't really need any tools, and that was a big thing for me. Those anchors, you can see there are 2 turnbuckles on either side. Those are just held on there with tension and some Loctite. It's the same as up front. Underneath here, there are 2, I think it's 500-pound turnbuckles. They're not going anywhere. This is the 4th drawer. This is essentially my clothing drawer. Big 37-quart Bouge RV, true dual zone refrigerator. Has a freezer and refrigerator, or all freezer, all refrigerator. Love that. A little bigger than I had originally planned to go with, but I think it's worth it for a lot of long-term road use. This can be powered by a lot of things. I've got a 1200 watt inverter that is running through a 100 amp hour lithium battery. underneath there. And that is trickle charged by my LenSun Solar 60 watt hood mounted solar panel. I've got a whole video on the install of this too. Of course, one of the fan favorite things in the build is my onboard faucet. I have two 1.3 gallon water reservoirs back there, completely wireless. You charge this up, it runs forever. Absolutely love that. Passenger side, you can see all this space here. You can actually see that lithium ion battery and the MPPT solar controller right there. Of course, my big Blue Eddy EB70S power station. Couldn't live without this. Literally, absolutely love it. I can charge it all kinds of ways, solar, DC, AC. I love it. Now, if you look behind the Blue Eddy, get a better look at that 100 amp hour lithium battery. It is charging from, like I said, the solar from the hood. I've ran these up underneath the carpet, up under the molding, and right under the hood. Aside from all that power, you'll see little strategically placed capacitor chargers. I think each one of these are like 26,000 milliamps, something like that. They last a really long time, plus they're induction charging, so you can just take them off. It's all held on with Velcro. Lay your phone, whatever, right down on there to charge. I have two Axis 12 little rotator fans. One of them usually goes up there on the seat, and the other one I can just move around wherever. Another one of those little capacitor chargers over there. I can plug anything into that. They have two USB ports. Really comes in handy. Up top, I've rigged up a little cargo storage net. Another thing that comes in handy like you wouldn't believe. I have an actual TV stand here. I use a Kindle Fire 10 HD Plus tablet as my TV. That works splendidly. I have another little fan here that's been with me forever. Absolutely love it. And again, all this stuff is centrally located so it can be powered from virtually anywhere. Oh, and something I will show you that I've added actually after that video is this guy right here. That is a big USB hub. Not only can I use this as a central location to plug in all my USB cables that run to my laptop, it is also capable of fast charging 3 different devices, and it's actually powered by AC that I can run along shelving here and back to Bruce's onboard AC outlet. And of course, I have some snazzy little cargo things I screwed in there. Those come in handy as well. Other than that, folks, there's a little cargo thing here, and there's one that I usually keep here, a little backseat bag that holds a ton of stuff. I keep my tablet and a few other things in there when I'm not using it while I'm inside the vehicle. I just don't have it on there now. And obviously, I have a mattress in here when I'm actually sleeping. It is an old 3-inch mattress topper. You'll see it in the video that I've literally used to sleep in the car for some years now. I just cut it to fit, put a mattress cover on there, and I put my hiking sleeping pad underneath there to give a little bit of extra comfort. Sleep like the dead in here with that. So that's enough of an intro, guys. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'm leaving out that you're going to see in the video. Well, you know where to put those, down there in the comments. Enjoy the episode. So just landed here at camp. Got the hive set up. So far so good. Way too many people around here. Oh well, thought I'd show you the camp drawer, kind of the general purpose drawer. Got a big butane stove, got my tea kettle, a few extra bits of fuel and stuff I'm gonna put on. Fuel for the lantern, a few little odd and end tools, and a lot of my cables. There's the Blue Eddy. And the reason I've got it here, trying to find my cable for the refrigerator. And I think that's it. So yeah, I'm going to switch to the 12-volt battery. So the fridge has been running off the 12-volt DC from the car while I've had the engine running driving up here. I'm showing my battery, according to the solar controllers, about 76% charge from the hood solar panels, those LenSun solar panels. So I think we'll be good for the night. I'm just going to plug us in to our inverter here, 1200 watt inverter. What is that, Geolene inverter? Can't remember. I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, can I see the button? So just turn him on. Ah, always a good sign. All right, and we're still at 44 and 43 degrees respectively. I may cool the freezer down just a little bit and then actually switches to eco mode there. Save a little bit of power. I'll tell you all about this later, folks. I promise. Yeah, let's really cool that freezer down a little bit. Maybe not quite that much. I can't remember what we had it on. That'll do. Why not? Oh, and yeah, I'm keeping tabs on that, like I said, with a little app for that Linsun Solar MPPT controller. And you just keep track. There's night mode. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it senses that we're dark. Anyway, can't say it, 76% charged. I'll keep an eye on the battery with the app here, controlled by the Bluetooth. Hooray. It's horrible in here, folks, I'm telling you. First night in old Bruce, post-build. Not gonna lie, it is comfortable. Damn near cozy. Got the TV going. Like I said, just got done eating, brushing my teeth. A few things I've already made note of tonight. We'll probably talk about that tomorrow, but for now, folks, like I said, getting a little late for me here. So yeah, hypothetically, get up tomorrow morning, I'm sure at some point, and drive up to Cades Cove, which I'm in Cades Cove, the campground, but drive up here to the loop proper, and just see what can be seen. It won't open until sunrise. I'm sure it's going to be after sunrise when I get there, but I'm going to take the 8x10 out, see what we can see. I've got a ton of 120 film as well, and then head back down, see if we can't take Winston out for some long exposure water shots down there at the river. We'll see. So yeah, I guess this is good night for day uno. Just horrible. And for my fellow little nerds out there, running this high wattage kettle on the Blue Eddy, plus the refrigerator here at eco mode, you're pulling just under 800 watts here, and that's getting to the threshold for this EBS E70S. I'll put it on the screen. Blue Eddy. So yeah, you can do that if you want. I just set all this up as if I didn't know I was going to be opening this cabinet. Isn't that fortunate? Little developer. This rat nest of cables running especially from my little bag here to my capacitor chargers and down over here from one of the fans. That would definitely be an issue, but I'm going to solve that today because the capacitors, one of the things I'm going to be doing here at camp is putting these chargers in some more auspicious spots to where I can charge things like my phone, the GoPro, power anything else, the tablet, I'm sorry, the TV, without having this big nest of wires coming down through here where I'm getting in and out. And speaking of that, I think I may end up getting out on that side again, because like I said, it is possible to at least, it's probably easier to exit through here. Getting in here, of course, the wires may be an issue with that too. It was just a little bit of a pain last night. I'm not sure when, but at some point during the night, the refrigerator stopped. The battery went dead. The lithium battery underneath there, like I said, it was only about 76% charged yesterday. Completely overcast. It's still going to be overcast today. So like I said, I've got the refrigerator running off the Blue Eddy. And again, I don't know when it went out during the night, how long it had been off, but everything inside was still perfectly cold. And that's something I've learned about this Booz RV refrigerator. It actually keeps stuff cold for a pretty good while. It's actually got a drain, so I think I could just dump some ice in here and use it as a cooler if I wanted to. So anyway, all that to say, hopefully we'll get some more solar today, but that's more or less made up my mind to rig up some sort of DC to DC charger to where anytime I'm running the vehicle, I'm going to be charging that lithium battery. Let's see if I can beat the garbage truck. One of the reasons why I'm not a fan of established campgrounds. The placement of the faucet and the refrigerator kind of bore unsuspected fruit. It's a weird thing to say, but the Booz RV refrigerator has a USB port here, and that just conveniently hooks up to our faucet for a nice quick top off. I don't want this guy to go dead while I'm out and about, so there you go. We'll just pretend I meant to do that. And it's difficult to tell, but all four, well, five if you counted the back glass windows, were cracked just a little bit. Can't see them because of the rain guards. I knew, of course, I'm no stranger to really staying in the car, but in the summertime, especially here in the Appalachian Mountains, bugs are a problem. But it was just so stuffy last night that I couldn't stand not to have the windows down. I've already got some mesh covers coming from Amazon. I ordered them, I don't know, last week. They're not prime or anything, but those are coming. Like I said, they're custom made for that. They're really not that expensive. I was just going to make some, but these were like for two, custom made, like 20 bucks or something. I'll put those on there when they come in, and I think that's going to completely solve the bug problem. We broke out the 200-watt solar panels just to top off the Blue Eddy here. Of course, it's nearly impossible to keep them in the sun. It's extremely overcast anyway. So right now, the sun's coming out. We're pulling a little over 11 amps. Yeah, like I said, I thought I would just get them out, try them out in the field, and top this off here. God, they found us, Leia. So I just changed out the water bladder for the faucet. Food for thought, just so I know from now on. I put it in there backwards, the next one, where I had the top facing to the rear of the vehicle and I needed it facing the front. So that was an ordeal getting it out with all this stuff in there. So yeah, lesson learned. Well, just got back from that circus of a sense. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Okay, it was pretty bad, but the little bit of time I was able to slip off to some of my old quiet places and didn't see anybody, that was A1. So what I'm gonna do is make me an enormous bacon tomato wrap and set up the shower for the first time, that pop-up shower, because I have a gargantuan need for a bathe. Yeah, I'll take a shower. I'm going to hang the negatives up we did last night. I went and refilled all the water, and hopefully not have to worry about any dust, as humid as it is. Speaking of the water, I realized last night, I didn't tell you this, but I ran into a problem to where when I came out of the darkroom, that entire 8-gallon tank was completely empty. I'm like, that is impossible. Maybe I'm like, did I run more water than I thought? Did I leave it on? No. What I figured out is this tank, of course, it has that pump up top. And I was under the impression, for whatever reason, that the pump had maybe a one-way valve that would shut off the water. But no, what happened was when I had the water running, had the pump running, I was filling up the trays, and then I just let the hose rest right here, a lot lower than the tank, and that just made a literal siphon action. And while I was in there developing those negatives, that tank just sat here and ran out. So, lesson learned with that. Fuck, that's good. This is the shower, Mark 1. Yeah, you can see what I was talking about, that little siphoning action. So anyway, kind of exposed out here as it is, but whatever. Got my clothes and my towel set up here. Hose ran through the little window. And then I'm gonna have the switch. I have to reach through the window to turn that on because I forgot the all-important extension that I was talking about in the actual build of the tank up there. So yeah, let's hope I don't get arrested here. I like a newborn baby. Well, isn't that a beautiful sight? Out of those 6 sheets we shot, 5 turned out, 3 were decent, 1 is what I would call quite strong, but we'll see after they dry.
Well, it's time to pack up the old hive. And of course, it's been absolutely pouring down rain. It's about midnight last night. Why not? The couple across the way here came in last night with that vintage camper. And apparently the little pavilion thing is completely collapsed with water. I hope it's not broken. No, I guess it could be worse.
Well, now we know when it's raining inside the hive, it sounds like a big popcorn popper. Yeah, I'm gonna go have some coffee and continue putting off breaking down all this. Real fast, I want to show you a little implementation of design that I've built into Bruce's compartments here. I'm getting ready to pack up the darkroom into the darkroom drawer. And these drawers are about, I think they're 31 inches long. And I built them. There's actually quite a lot of space still back up in there. And I built them so that they would not pull all the way out, because if I pulled it all the way out, it would go past the rear hatch here. And as I loaded everything in there, well, all this crap would be getting rained on. So yeah, small victories, I guess. So I have our negative sleeves, our beautiful negatives we made the other night. Watercolor paper I didn't get to use because of the weather for cyanotypes. Litmus strips. A lot of other stuff could fit in this tray. Yeah, whatever. So 2 darkroom trays, I can fit a third, and those will just slide back. Again, this shows you how much space is actually back there. These are 11 by 14 trays. Other 2 trays will just pop right in there. And we can fill this up with really whatever, our cyanotype and chem bag. Put that in there. What else can we put in there that's not going to roll around? Yeah, definitely our brush. Yeah, I'm going to fill this up actually with some more stuff just to save space, and yeah, we'll be done packing up the darkroom. Contact frame slides right on top of everything, just enough clearance. And Robert's your uncle. I guess he's your uncle. Oh, I forgot the sodium carbonate. You get in there. Good luck me trying to explain that one during the traffic stop. And yeah, I know that ending was rather abrupt, but that's where she ended. As I said in the beginning, if you have any questions about this, folks, I'm sure you do, put them down there in the comments. I'll do my best to help you if you have any questions about turning your vehicle into a little box of scorpions like this. Thanks a lot for being here, everybody. As always, I can't end these videos